You mentioned 9/11 when we were talking about the State Department of Homeland Security. Everybody has a 9/11 story, and with the anniversary coming up, so where were you? What were you doing? What are your memories of that day?
I was actually here in Harrisburg. I was chairman of the Commission on Crime and Delinquency. It's a volunteer position. We were having our quarterly meeting. I left the Hilton Hotel knowing that a plane, not even what size, a plane had flown into the building. I got up to the commission meeting in uptown Harrisburg. Got there, they said a second plane flew in, and the first thing I asked was, are they airliners or are they small planes? We started watching the film. The meeting started at 10 o'clock, and they were trying to evacuate Harrisburg, if you remember. And I said, we're going to get the meeting done in an hour. I truly didn't believe that Harrisburg was going to be a target. I did believe we were under attack. We conducted the meeting in an hour. We moved through it very quickly. But what I remember is I kept getting notes produced to me, and I was reading notes, and I could not tell the members of the commission because they were about the buildings falling. And, that day will stick with me as it sticks with everybody as to where you were, what you were doing. I remember I had flown here from Pittsburgh and with the business that I was working with at the time. Planes were grounded. So the rental car that I had here, I drove back to Pittsburgh and turned it back in there. And it was just an eerie quiet. And my daughter was trying to reach me. She was down in, I forget where she was. I guess she was at school. And she was trying to reach me because she wanted to make sure I wasn't flying because she knew I'd flown the day before. And it's just one of those days that will never leave anybody's memory.
How about when the Pennsylvania angle came into it, when Flight 93 went down and we found out Pennsylvania is now in the middle of this, too?
Knowing that I drove back to Pittsburgh as I'm going on the turnpike west of the Allegheny Tunnel, knowing that off to my right somewhere, not how far away it was where the heroes had taken over the plane and crashed the plane into the ground.
Did you see that movie they made on that?
Yes, I did.
That was something.
Yeah, it was. And in fact, I recently flew out state police helicopter to a state police camp cadet program for the kids in the Somerset area. So we flew about a week and a half ago over the site. And they're working very hard to have it
How's
done.
it look from the air?
It looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like it needs work yet, but it looks pretty good, and I look forward to being there on September the 11th.